Okay, men, look, I'm going to try to be as quick as possible. You don't want to stay on here all day. You may be on your phone all day, but you won't be on this video all day. So I'm going to try to get in as much as I possibly can. This week, we're going to be talking about getting from almost to giving your most, to all of your most. We're going to go almost to all of your most. And this is real quick. We're going to go through the letters real quick. We're going to do A and L and M and O and S and T. Let's start with A. First thing is attitude. You hear this every time you turn on the doggone phone about attitude. But I am telling you guys, if you go into a situation, a negative situation with a great attitude and say, we're going to make this happen, yes, you're going to bump into people who don't give a rip. You're going to bump into people who are angry. You're going to bump into people who don't want you to get anywhere in life. You're going to bump into those people all throughout your life. But let me tell you something. If you'll keep the right attitude through it all, because see, your attitude is how you're going to make it. Here's the thing. Your attitude isn't for them. Your attitude is for you, okay? Granted, I'd love it to eventually be for everybody else. I'm going to have a good attitude for them. For right now, though, our attitude is for us. We're trying to listen. I'm going to let what's inside of me not be affected by what's outside of me, all this stuff that's out here, whether it influences from any angle whatsoever, those influences are not going to affect what's on the inside of me. I'm going to have the right attitude. What is that old saying, man, that is so worn out, that attitude determines your altitude? It is so true. I mean, on the field, off the field, whenever you're trying to go out there and whenever you're trying to get that job, whenever you're trying to talk to that boss, whenever you're trying to get that raise, whenever you're trying to, start your own business, whatever it may be, I'm telling you, attitude is everything. And no, you're not always going to have a good attitude, but you're going to have to hide the bad one and just say, look here, we're going to have a good attitude through this whole thing. We're going to make it. I promise you, the more you have inside of you an attitude of gratitude and an attitude of giving and an attitude of serving, and more you have in it, more life is going to give back to you. It is just like we talked last time. What you give in, you get out. And it's a hard road, and we'll talk about that in just a second. But A is attitude. Then, of course, you got L, learning all the time. I know, look, school at some point made it awfully hard on you to learn. I mean, it just did, because, you're sitting there, you don't even care about the stuff you're learning about. And maybe the teachers weren't that great. Most teachers are trying their dead level best to teach you and excite you about learning, give you a lifelong desire to learn. They're trying. But some of those teachers, man, my goodness, you come out of there, so I'm just glad I made it out of this thing alive. But learning, man, when you're right out of high school, listen, I'm not ever going to read a book again. No, I'm telling you guys, please, whatever you do, these guys you see succeeding, no matter gender, no matter race, these people you see succeeding in life are readers for the most part. I'm telling you, they've gone out there and they've said, look, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. How do we do this? And they get into a book and they begin to read it and they learn that thing. You say, well, I just don't like reading. Find something you enjoy. And I'm not talking about fiction. I'm not talking about the stuff out there that's not even true. I'm talking about read some stuff that's going to teach you, and the more you get in you, the better you're going to succeed. And right now, you're in the midst of football. Read about your position. Read about what it is you need to do to be better in that position. Read about guys who had that position before you, and get in it, move forward, move fast, move hard, and learn. Keep learning. The people who are getting way past me are learning past me. That's just the truth. The people who are succeeding way past me are working harder than me, and they're learning. They will not stop learning. They got an insatiable desire to get more and more information about what it is they love. You say, Ryan, one day I'm going to start my own business. Great. Yeah, that'd be wonderful, but you're going to have to prove this thing. You're going to have to learn everything there is to know about that business. It's not going to be handed to us. It is absolutely a matter of learning. A, then the L in almost was learn all you could. Then the M is you've got to make a move, okay? Talking, yap. You guys know what I'm talking about. You know it better than I do. It's like, my goodness, get on the field and you hear all that yap about what they're going to do to you on the field. Let me tell you something. Bring it. Make your move. Make your move. If you say you're going to be great one day, then start making your moves today. You got a plan. I get that. Sit down, write your goals down, get your goals ready, all that kind of thing. But you got to make a move, even if the move is wrong right now in the sense, and not talking about ethically wrong. I'm talking about even if the move, you end up failing at what you're trying. That is fine. That's okay. Failure's good. It's a learning process. Back to the L, learning. But that M, don't just sit there talking. Nobody cares about a talker. Somebody said, well, listen, my business is going to be bigger than yours one day, or I'm going to be a better athlete than this one day, or this guy up here who's a Hall of Famer, I'm going to be better than them one day. Fine. Just prove it. Make your move. Go ahead and start this process. And you're not going to start out the best at what you do. You're going to make mistakes, okay? These people who are great at whatever they do in life, whatever they've made mistake after mistake after mistake, they keep on going. And to be the dead level best at what they do, they're putting in the time. They're making their move. They're not sitting talking, not yapping, not jawing out there, not just saying stuff. They've got it to back it up. And that means I'm going to put it in there even if I look like a fool, even if I look crazy. I'm going to put myself all in. That's the way you go from almost to all of your most. I mean, that's the way you do that, okay? So that was the M. Make your move. Don't just talk it. Just start doing it. Start doing it. Even if you're making mistakes and you're wrong, you got to start making your move on the field and off the field, okay? I want you to succeed. I want to be able to look out there and see you succeeding one day. It's because you made your move. All right, the next thing is O for opportunity. All right, here's the thing about opportunities. There's nothing more expensive than a missed opportunity. All right, guys are going to give you an opportunity. Ball's coming to you one day, or the block's going to be on you one day, or the tackle's going to be on you one day, and you're going to take advantage of those opportunities. Yes, again, you're going to fail at times. You just keep going. Those opportunities are coming. There's going to be somebody who's going to offer you a job one day. You say, man, I don't want to do that kind of stuff. Start where you start. Start where you start with the money you start at. I promise you, America is a ladder. It's a ladder. And for some people, it's harder to climb that ladder, but that's okay, because you're going to appreciate it even more when you get to the top of that ladder. I am telling you, when you get to O and opportunities, don't miss those opportunities. A lot of people, including myself sometimes in my life, we miss the opportunity because the opportunity, it's hiding, because it's hiding in work boots and a hard hat. It's hiding because it's work. That opportunity is like, yes, you can make this money. If I'm ever doing a side job, I'm a pastor, but if I'm ever doing a side job laying brick, okay, here's the thing, that money is out there. The money to do that job is sitting out there on a tree. I just have to work a little while for it. I work a little bit, I get me a little extra cash. That's the thing. It's out there, folks, but a lot of times we miss opportunity. We see it come by, but it's got work written on it. And that's the thing with this football team. I'm telling you, it's going to be stinking work to make this a successful football team. And you're in for it. You're game for it. You're like, hey, let's do this. Fine. If it's going to take work, let's work. But that's true of life too, guys. I promise you, there is nothing out there that's going to be just slap given to you. You're going to have to work for success. Everybody you see, just about everybody you see, who has what it is you're looking for, and it wasn't given to them. It was a matter of work. Sure, there are those people that a lot of stuff was given to, but they don't appreciate it. They're bound to lose it. Here's the thing. You want to make sure that you're working, you're taking all those opportunities. Somebody knows somebody. Hey, I got somebody I want you to meet. Take advantage of that opportunity. Hey, I know somebody that has a job over here. Let's go do this. Forget what the job is. Stop doing that. Stop saying, Mama, I got a job doing this. No. Listen. Mama's going to be proud you got that job. I'm going to be proud you're making that money. You're going to move from there to the next level, to the next level, to the next level, to the next level. And that's how it's going to be in football, folks. We're going to take advantage of every opportunity. You're playing teams that they want to play us, and we want to play them, and some of them are startup teams, and some of them are established teams. All those things. You're taking advantage of opportunities, getting your name out there, doing the best you can to do the best you can. One day telling your grandkids, hey, I played college ball. I mean, that's a big deal, folks. Guys, I'm telling you, I'm not an athlete. I'm a pastor, but I'll tell you this right now. It's kind of neat to say you were back there in college and what you did then and what you didn't. But then you're going to have to prove something else. You don't want these stories to be old stories. You want to be stories that you're telling right now. And you're saying, listen, I'm still succeeding, guys. And this is why I'm succeeding all the way back to college football and all the way back to when I played in high school. That's the O. When you get to S, it's really simple, guys. It's self-discipline. And I know you're tired of hearing this from old fogies like me, but here's what I'm telling you. Self-discipline is everything. Getting up at a decent hour so you can say, hey, I'm working harder than that guy. I'm working harder than him. I'm going to make sure that I'm busting it out there. That guy out there may think he can cover me, but he can't cover me because I put in more work than him. I put in more work than him. That person out there may think they can block me, or they may think that they can get around me, but they can't do it. They cannot do it because I'm telling you, I've been putting in more work than that guy. And I'm telling you, I'm going to bust this. I'm going to make this. I'm going to do this. It's self-discipline. Knowing, man, that junk doesn't need to go into my body. That alcohol and drug doesn't need to go into my body because it's going to make me less of an athlete. I'm telling you, you can do this without that stuff, man. I'm telling you, self-discipline, getting up on time, making the laps, running more than anybody, lifting more than anybody, taking advantage of all those opportunities in your self-discipline. I'm telling you guys, I'm telling you, that is the difference between this man and this man is self-discipline. What are they willing to put in? What is the price they're willing to pay? Come on, you know this. You know I'm telling you the truth. It's the difference. When you see two guys there, who's putting in more time? Who's putting more effort? Who's putting in more weightlifting? Who's putting in eating right? Who's putting in these things like this? And whoever's doing the most, I'm telling you, they're the ones that want it more. They're hungrier. And I'm telling you, when they get out there and they're eating the success of what they've done, they can sit back and say, it was because I was more disciplined, I worked harder, and I made it. The T in all this, I want to talk about trials. I want to talk about trials. You got to have this for success. You got to have this for success. To go from almost to always giving your most, here's what you got to have. You got to have trials. You got to have hard times. You got to have those bumps in the road. You got to have obstacles. Folks, obstacles aren't in the way, they are the way. And look, the reason you've got to have them, they make you tougher. Sometimes those people ask, well, if there was a God, then I wouldn't have to go through all this, and that wouldn't be happening over there, and that wouldn't be happening. No. God's going to let us make our own decisions, and we're going to have bad times and good times and obstacles and trials and tribulations and all those things. He is making us better on the other side of this thing. It's true in football. The only way you win is to hurt. That's it. That's the way the game is played. When you're done, you're waxed, you're tired, you're hurting. That's the only way to get that W, folks. Trials. It's going to be like that. It's going to be like that. And folks, you getting through those are going to make you a better man. You getting through the hard times is going to make you a better man. I promise you that. It's going to make you a better man. Folks, that's how you go. That's how you go from almost to always giving you most. And it is the difference between being the average player and the average man in life and being the above average man in life. Love you guys. Talk to you later. Bye.